The Wicked Woodsman, written by me. On a great moor's edge resides a cosy, tight-knit community, the jolly inhabitants of a village enjoying such yearly rituals as the harvest ceilidh or the winter feast. Yet no festivities are so rapturous as the Festival of the Oak, held at the height of autumn, when the days and nights are equal, and the frosts in their infancy. All the village's denizens, young and old, lively and crippled, join hands to dance around the great oak tree at the village's heart. They dance in the morning before mobilizing to gather food for a feast, be that harvested from the fields, foraged from the forests, or scrumped from the neighbouring town's orchard. The young folk collect acorns from under the spreading oak's eaves, and rinse them, and rinse them, and rinse them, until enough acorn flour can be ground. After gathering to eat their fill in the feasting barn, yes, the village has a whole barn just for feasting, the folk dance through the night until new light touches the tops of the tors. All inhabitants participate in the festivities. All, that is, except the woodsmith. Johann the woodsmith is strikingly gnarled and aged, possessing a temper as short as his list of morals. He has always hated the village's venerable oak, though none can say why. Well, none can say why for sure, though each year new gossip circulates that the tree was a childhood rival born again to taunt Johann with this immortal existence, or that the tree was planted by Johann to be used in his craft, yet the villagers fell in love with the oak before he could harvest its timber. Or, the darkest theory of all, that a family member hanged themselves from the tree, a secret bitterly kept by Johann, not to preserve the community's love for the tree, but to preserve his family's reputation. Nothing is discounted, seeing as none know how old Johann or the spreading oak are. All that is known is they are both very old. Johann grows increasingly bored of the antics brought by the festival, every year vowing to, as he puts it, cut down that stupid, blasted, good-for-nothing, decrepit old hunk of worthless wood. The townsfolk cease not to be frightened by this, parents covering their children's ears so that they don't hear such profanities. Johann has yet to take his axe to the oak. However, autumn turns to winter, and winter draws on, and Johann's fire is fed only by gleanings from his managed coppice. So he suddenly decides, no more of this. Tonight my fire will dine on oak. Grabbing his axe from where it hangs over the mantelpiece, Johann stomps out of his weather-beaten home onto the cobbled path leading to the great oak. All night Johann hacks at the tree, the deepness of winter-time sleep rendering the town deaf to his transgression. A cold sun is just showing its face when the oak finally falls. On this bitterest of bitter mornings, it brings no warmth to the villagers. For, finding the tree felled, none can find it in themselves to punish Johann, who all know has done the deed. Rather, elders, adults, and adolescents alike mourn for weeks on end, whether that's mourning the loss of the oak itself, or the festival which will never be the same, none can say. Knowing that oaks suppress growth even of offspring under their canopy, the village never refrained when taking acorns for flour for the great oak cake. So the folk fear no successor to their beloved tree remains. One lonely acorn was not taken from the oak. This single acorn went unnoticed by Johann as he toiled at the tree trunk. One singular seedling grows under cover of snow, fueled by the enraged spirit of its parent's tree, roots penetrating rock-hard soil with the ease of white-hot knives, the acorn growing not into a sapling, but into a person. When the snow melts and the bark and body is revealed, The villagers behold this person coming to life as spring's first sunny rays alight on its body. The arboreal figure makes a great groaning as it stands, its timber limbs creaking and cracking as it strides wordlessly forward. The townsfolk follow in its wake, for it lumbers along so steadily, even the most lethargic late risers in the village are aware of the odd goings on. I will be awarding no points for guessing where the bark being is going. Johann, seeing the crowd approach, runs from his home with great haste. As he runs, the grass under his feet tugs at him, slowing even as the verdant blades cut deep, for how savagely they hold him in place. Johann cries and wails and begs forgiveness, yet this does him no good. The Barkham person wraps him in a cage-like embrace, then drags the wicked woodsman all the way into town, where the mighty oak once grew. From the stump, spears of new growth surge forth, boring into Johann's weak body, roots and shoots grasping their way down his throat, even as he screams in terror at this fate bestowed on him for his one evil act. So he dies, as a new tree grows there in the heart of the village, even more splendid and spreading than the last. Once more, the village can rejoice in revelry when the turn of the season brings about the festival of the oak.